Good afternoon. Welcome to the City of Urbana Arts and Culture Commission meeting on Tuesday, April 11th, 2023. And on our agenda today, we're going to have a call to order and a roll call to start the meeting.
Barbara Headland,
Present.
Mark Anthony Macon,
Present.
Alicia Rodriguez,
Present.
Sarah Buckman,
Present.
and Dr. Bianca Bailey.
Present.
The next item on our agenda is approval of minutes from our previous meeting of March 21st, 2023. Do we have any discussion or questions about the minutes? Can I hear a motion to approve?
I'll motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
All in favor say aye, please.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion has passed. Thank you very much. Do we have any additions to the agenda today?
Any additions, you know?
I see that we have some distinguished visitors in the gallery. Welcome. This is the moment where we have public input. Do we welcome Commissioner Chris Evans?
Yes.
Councilman Chris Evans, right?
Do I talk? Oh, yeah, I can. I can talk in this. Okay. Hi, I am Chris Evans, and I've been recognized as a city council member. I want a full disclaimer. I'm not here representing the city council. I'm not here representing the city government. I'm not here to cut your budget. But I'm just here as a resident. I live down the street on Illinois Street. Stephanie remembers that I participated in the public realm study. First of all, another disclaimer I want to give. I completely support all the things that you do, which is, spoken word, dance, music, ceramics, youth programming, writing, poetry, all that stuff. I love that stuff. So what I'm about to say does not diminish or discredit. I completely support it. I still want you to do it. I think you should. But my training is, I have a bachelor's degree from the University of Illinois in painting. And in a past life, I was an artist. Sarah remembers a little bit that I was an artist. And I have in my career painted 5 murals. So I'm a big muralist person. And what I'm here tonight to encourage you is to, and it happened a little bit already this year, and when Rachel Storm was the director, she kind of got it going a little bit, but more murals. And I know you'll notice in Campus Town they're doing murals. Everywhere I've gone in the country, a city or a place really makes its mark when it has murals. And so, that's my message, simply to encourage you to do more murals. I just moments ago found out all your emails. So I am going to send a very long email with rosters of artists, the current muralists on display in downtown. And then I spent, a couple days ago, I spent in the nice weather photographing potential sites for more murals that I think would be great in downtown. Just to, and all it is to inspire you. I'm not telling you what to do. And I know that, money is tight and you're trying to balance lots of things at once. And, I'm not gonna be mad or sad if you can't get to it right away, that's fine. I just wanna kind of inspire you and kind of put it out there and put it on the table that murals are really, really cool things, and I think we should do more of it in downtown Urbana, and anywhere in Urbana, but definitely downtown. So thanks for listening.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your input. Do we have anyone else for public input?
There were 2 new murals put up over the summertime, one on Rose Bowl and then the other one, the dining hall place. I can't remember the. Yes.
I think that.
Over the Urbana Education Center.
Urbana, and they're right on Illinois where I live, 802. Right. Yeah. That's a really nice one. I live right by that one.
That's the same artist who did the building across from the Urbana Middle School, the education building. Sorry, thank you.
My name is Joan Dixon. I currently serve as the Executive Director of Family Service of Champaign County. Previously, I was the CEO of the Community Foundation. So I just want to thank you all for the great work you do to promote the arts. There are few organizations, the Community Foundation being one, but your group being another, that support the arts in the community. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you, thank you. Just checking, I thought we might have had one more person to speak. Well, in this case, then, I think we're ready for our presentations. And we have a visitor. This is Julie Schubach from the Family Services of Champaign County to report on their grant from 2022. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm Julie Schubach, and I'm a program manager at Family Service of Champaign County, and I'm the program manager of the Creativity on Wheels program. We're going to look at the program's purpose, design, partners, program highlights, impact, and then our challenges and our future goals for the program. The purpose of the program is to encourage connection, community building, and engagement in the arts. We believe that opportunities for creativity and self-expression are essential components for healthy aging. And we're looking to increase connection not only to others, but also to self and to nature, to provide opportunities for creative exploration and self-expression, and to inspire positivity, self-reflection, and resilience with older adults in Champaign County. We provide monthly creativity boxes and monthly social calls, and we engage local artists to design the art instruction portion of the boxes, and we're even able to feature one of the participants as an artist for one box. I design the rest of the aspects of the box. They're assembled by Family Service staff and volunteers. They're put together by Family Service staff and volunteers. They're delivered also by Family Service volunteers in 7 routes directly to the doors of the older adults. And the Urbana Park District actually delivers the Urbana route with their Urbana program van, if you've seen that. And then the check-in calls are provided by trained Family Service volunteers as well. We're proud to have a lot of program collaborators, and the list continues to grow. Some of the main ones are the Urbana Park District with their Urbana route, and also offering their Phillips Recreation Center as a future exhibit site. The Urbana Free Library that helped us get the word out, and also are hosting our July exhibit this summer. Volunteer Illini Project and Community Learning Lab on campus, providing us a lot of active student volunteers to help make the calls and compile the boxes. Public Health with getting the word out recently and also offering a future exhibit site. And then some targeted partners with the Up Center, Florida House, Steer Place, and Douglas Annex to help us make sure that the program is reaching a wide range of older adults. Here's our program flyer and our list of other funders, as well as Urbana Arts and Culture. Each box is themed and contains beautiful questions, which are open-ended questions, positive quote cards, song suggestions, along with the art supplies and instruction, typically also a craft with instructions and supplies, and other themed information as I come across it. We were able to feature 9 different art media, including 2D, 3D, and creative writing, and you'll see the list of themes that we covered over the grant period. Just to give you a quick sense of what this looks like, there's our box content page for our March box, which was the Joy of Spring themed box. And then you'll see the beautiful questions, and on the bottom, song suggestions, typically from the 60s and 70s. You'll see along the left some of the positive quote cards from that box, and then along the right, one of the projects. Some of the highlights for us, we formed a lot of new partnerships, which only strengthens the aging network providers, reduces fragmentation, and is starting to connect, for us at least, the social service and the art worlds. We've developed an arts advisory committee to help guide the program, which is new for us as we delve into the arts. We conducted a mid-year program evaluation in December, which revealed very positive feedback, and we're happy to say that the interest in the program is growing rapidly. For this grant period, we delivered 455 creativity boxes and completed 348 volunteer calls, serving a total of 59 older adult participants. The Urbana Arts and Culture funds were used to pay the contract fees for the artists to develop instruction, art supplies for the boxes, printing fees, and volunteer mileage reimbursement for delivering the boxes. We had a total of 3 staff and 20 volunteers who provided a total of 902 hours for this project during the grant period. Our participant demographics, you see the gender identity breakdown, the race and ethnicity, and the age breakdown. Primary language, place of residency, and the self-identification demographics as well. Program impact for our organization and the community, we were able to turn a popular pilot project into an established agency program. We're able to provide arts-based programming that supports healthy aging, and I've slowly seeped creativity into our inner processes and other programs. We've developed stronger and new partnerships. As I said before, that only helps bring higher quality of services to older adults and cross-pollinates the arts and the social service worlds. For client impact, from the surveys that we conducted, 4 themes emerged, and we'll go over those briefly. For socialization, we found that a lot of people are reporting that they're engaging with the boxes with family members and friends. One participant lives in a senior living apartment building, and she said every time people know when she gets the box and they come to see what she's going to get, and it's a very social thing for her just to open up the box and show people. And a lot of people are passing around the quote cards to people that they think could use them. And just in general, it's opened up something for them to talk to people about. One person said it seemed when the creativity kicked in, my mind seemed more open to reaching out to friends. For mental health, people mentioned that it improved their mood. They feel good when they do art. It gives their mind something to do. One person said, when I think I'm sad, I start to do crafts, which I think is an excellent strategy. Quality of life and exploration. People said that the program improves their quality of life, gives them something to look forward to. It presented new things to try and push their creative limits. One participant said that she's been a 3D artist her whole life, but she's always been tentative toward 2D, and so this was a way for her to explore that in a way that felt safe. Rather than going to a class, she could do it at home. And it gives a no expectation value of oneself. And for self-growth and life review, one participant said they're learning to laugh at their mistakes, they're learning more about themselves, they're using a part of their brain that they haven't used in a while, and they're even able to think back to their childhood and gather up the things that were good as well as the things that were bad. The program impact for the city, we're providing another opportunity for Urbana's older residents to become a part of the arts and cultural scene. By providing them an encouraging box that's delivered right to their home, it erases multiple barriers to arts engagement that older adults can face. And with the art exhibit, we're hoping to promote the worth and ability of older residents, provide a beautiful backdrop for Urbana Free Library for a month, promote the importance of creative expression for health and wellness, and reinforce the idea that it's never too late to learn a new skill or dust off an old hobby. Hopefully inspire more people to do the same. Some of the challenges that we've experienced: engaging participants via the monthly volunteer calls is not always an easy thing to do due to multiple medical appointments and other things going on in their lives. It's been more difficult than I originally thought designing the boxes, simply because we have a wide range of ages, a wide range of cognition levels, and a wide range of artistic ability. And so designing boxes that are both simple but complex enough for the people who are artists. And we do have some care recipients who are using the box with their caregiver. And so thinking through how we can adapt the box for them. In planning the exhibit, we had planned to have it in the spring of this year. This is the first full fiscal year for this program, so the participants needed more time to feel confident enough in their art making to want to share, and then also the lingering effects of COVID-19 forced us to push the exhibit to the summer instead of the spring. And then for the art instruction videos and the FaceTime with artists, each artist had a different amount of time they could allot to the program, so we couldn't make a specific requirement for them in order to get a wide range of artists, although we are looking at how to do that in this upcoming year. Some of our future goals: to target a wider range of older adults to make sure that the program is accessible and available to everyone that could benefit from it. We're always looking to increase the accessibility of the program. We're really excited about encouraging communication between the participants through different ways, in person and online, so that they can see what the others are creating, they can encourage each other. And we're doing that through community partnerships and looking at in-person classes and working with the artists further in the community. We're looking at developing 2 tracks for the boxes to account for the multiple levels of difficulty for the instructions, and having a simpler box track. And we're also looking at every other month boxes based on participant feedback that there's a lot to engage with in the box, and it can be stressful when they get the calls and they say, well, I haven't finished my box yet. Well, that's not really the point of the program, so we want to make sure we're giving them enough time to interact with them. And then we're also looking at requiring art instruction videos so that those who are online or those who are trying to talk with them on the phone or support them can see the instructions in real time, which is a little bit better than reading it on paper sometimes. So in summary, we believe that creativity and connection play a role in health and wellness, including healthy aging, that social and creative engagement in later years is crucial, and that expressive arts can build communities as well as spark individual growth. And I want to thank you all for your support of this program.
Questions from the commission?
I have a couple questions. It looks like a great program. A couple things I was wondering. Have you thought about how to broaden the population that you're serving to more men, for example, and to more people of color and other folks who there are lower percentages of more? And you also said one of your challenges is also with low-income communities. So do you have ideas about that? That's one thing. And the other question I was wondering is, like, based on what Chris Evans was mentioning, it would seem like it would be a wonderful idea to have older, community members be part of something like a community mural painting, where you are directed by the artist on what to do. So anybody basically can help out in a mural, and how to, if that is something that the city wants to do, which I agree would be wonderful to do, how those kinds of experiences can be part of not only your efforts but also other efforts, where because isolation is very common and very much an issue, especially if there are some issues of mobility and whatnot, to be able to move around and get outside. So have you thought about those kinds of possibilities for your future art projects in terms of increasing the diversity of the folks that are, trying to reach out to folks more who will be involved, and also having more group engagement in art making. That is, not necessarily, doesn't have to be like a class or a regular thing, but, whenever a person can make it to these, mural paintings or whatever it might be, that they can be part of that.
Excellent questions. To the first question, one of our strategies has been working more with religious organizations. I've had a few pastors that say they have a very active senior group and that they think this would be a great idea for them. And we're looking at trying to develop a group box. There's a lot of groups that are already meeting, either at church or with the book club. And so having a trusted community leader, per se, that can help guide those boxes so that they can be in their group and doing the boxes. That's one strategy we're working towards. But we've been able to dig out this year who our key partners would be, because we did try to get the word out, but until you see the box and you hear someone talking about it, it's really hard to know what you're getting yourself into. So having more example boxes, getting sample boxes out to places, working with Champaign Park District and Douglas Annex is going to be one of the first places that we roll this out. He has very active seniors, and so just this month they're getting a sort of mini box, and he's going to go through it with them, and then when they have their monthly meetings, they'll be able to talk about it. So little ways like that we're trying to grow the diversity of the program. As far as men, it's just talking to more older adults and finding out what it is they'd be interested in. More tactile projects. Sometimes that's been the most helpful feedback, is trying to have more, more crafting. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, but talking to more older adults and trying to figure out what it is that men would be more interested in. That's part of the reason we have the advisory committee, and we'll be going out to talk to more older adults to find those things out. And I love the idea of the mural. Just in this box that's going out next week, sorry, I feel like I don't look at you guys. The box that's going out this month is our community box. And one of the things that, actually Lori is the artist for that box, and one of the projects we're working on is a community quilt. And so she's developed an embroidery instruction, but also glue for people that don't want to delve into that. And she's asked them to create little 6-inch story squares, as many as they want to produce, and then that will be installed together in a quilt, and that'll be a part of the exhibit. Hopefully that'll get passed around to different locations with the story of the quilt and the story of the program, individual participant stories if they want to share them. And then that will live at family service after that. But the idea of the mural is taking that a step farther, and I will definitely be thinking of that. Thank you.
Julie, it looks like you guys are doing some great work. Very impressive with the amount of boxes that you were able to send out. You guys had an assembly line or something happening?
Yes. Yes.
Very impressive. I just wanted to bring your attention to inside of Lincoln Square, there's something called STEM Illinois, and that actually provides outreach to students of color, low-income families that want to get involved in STEM projects, and they also have STEM kits that they give the children as well.
Okay.
I can connect you with the people that operate that organization, and they're affiliated with the University of Illinois. Also, this might be out of jurisdiction, but this is in Champaign. The Boys and Girls Club serves a lot of youth and young people, and mostly students of color. So if you'd like to get in contact with them, I can put you in contact with them as well, because literally just drive up to the Boys and Girls Club, drop off the boxes, and, that could, be a way for you all to do a little bit more outreach as well to low-income communities.
Absolutely. The STEM, at this point, it's serving people 60 and older, but people have grandparents, so I don't think any partnership is wasted. I would be happy to take that. Thank you.
Have grandchildren who visit, might be an opportunity to
Exactly.
do something with their grandchildren together. speaking as a grandmother, whose grandchildren are in California, but I hope so someday. And if someone wanted a family member to be a part of this, would you suggest they contact your office or family service of Champaign County?
Yes, they would contact our office and ask about, if they say art, creativity, craft, everyone at this point knows to direct them to me.
But if someone didn't know about it and they were living in one of these facilities, how would they find out about it, that they're eligible for the boxes?
At this point, people who are 60 and older and living in independent residence are, so if you're living in an independent apartment or an independent section of a facility, then they would be eligible. At this point, we don't have funding for assisted living and nursing homes. But regardless, if you're living in senior living, we've gotten the information to the program coordinators, and they've put flyers on people's doors and gotten it out that way. But I think we'll probably have a similar push if we have enough space for the next year. And they can always call and ask questions. I'm happy to talk to them.
Yeah. Are you looking to continue the arts programming, like with these boxes, past the arts grant budget, or are you looking for different?
Yes, we are continuing into the next fiscal year.
Oh, okay.
How much money do you need to do outreach in the assisted living programs, or is there some sort of political red tape there that kind of is always something there, puts a barrier for that?
Facilities receive state and federal funding, and often there's rules about not subsuming that funding, yeah. But we are looking for ways to do it,
Are you allowed to take donations?
of course.
I was just going to say, I love that you had 3 participants over 100 years old. Kudos to you. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Is there anywhere that we can see a collection of some of the work that these artists have created?
Our first opportunity for that will be in July. I don't have the date. I'm finalizing that, but I'll get it to the council as soon as I have that date.
Looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Location planned, or is that still in abeyance?
It'll be at this time at their Urbana Free Library.
Lastly, I just really enjoyed that you included quotes from the participants. That was really nice, and I love that you kind of selected them. It was really interesting to see the socializing part and, you know, the impact on mental health, and so it's really doing a lot of good work. So I hope you're proud of it, because it looks like it was really successful.
Thank you, Sarah. That means a lot.
For all your good work, and we wish you much success as it continues to move.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Next on the agenda is the staff report by our new coordinator.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, welcome.
I have the report in front of me, and I forgot to take out the official welcome of myself, so don't look at that. We don't need a second welcome. All right, so I would like to skip towards the arts grants updates. Things are looking really good with getting paperwork sorted out and getting started on requisitions for projects. So that's sort of the update for now. Getting dates plugged in the calendar for those upcoming events. And we do have grant projects as early as Boneyard coming up. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that. Next is the 40 North partnership update. We have Boneyard Arts Festival, which is next weekend, or is it this weekend? And we have another meeting with Kelly White later in April to start talking more about events that follow the rest of the year, and looking forward to that. All right, so next is programming. Sarah, are there any updates on Poet Laureate?
Not too many updates. Janelle's been doing a lot behind the scenes and was out of town. But she is performing at the Speak Cafe on the 13th. So I've forgotten the time, but she'll be performing, and that will be an open mic.
Awesome.
Is that the month?
Yeah, in
That's
2
what,
days.
Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay.
I had on here Young Artist Studio at the Urbana Free Library. I'll have to have those updates for you all next time we meet. For the Artist in the Corridor at the Urbana Free Library, I was able to help set up one of the upcoming exhibitions in the corridor, and that is Raymond Beal's photography. So I was able to work with Raymond's wife on getting his photography up, and it's a collection of his portraiture that he's done and some landscapes. So that is up until the end of April, and looking forward to scheduling more programming there with Carol Inskeep. So we're going to be talking about that this coming week. In terms of upcoming events, Boneyard, like I've mentioned before, I did want to just touch on two different things that are happening. We've been invited to see a rehearsal that's happening at Lincoln Square Mall. But the main event that is happening at Boneyard that correlates with our Urbana Arts grants is the Gaslight Squares, playing at Channing Murray Foundation Saturday, April 15th. I haven't seen a time for that, but it is something that might be worth checking out. I did want to just ask all of you if you had any plans for Boneyard, any exciting events that you might be attending.
There's a Boneyard Arts Market that's happening in Lincoln Square Mall this Friday and this Saturday. I think Saturday is like 10 to 5, and I believe Friday, I think like 6 to 8. So that will be kind of decorated with 40 different vendors in Lincoln Square Mall. So that'll be really fun if you're looking to purchase local art.
And let's see, a night of Brazilian art and music. That'll be at the Pizzeria Antica on Friday, April 14th at 7 p.m. And that's with Ellis Arts and Alice Yumi.
Also, sorry. In Champaign, there's something called the Recreation Club, or Rec Club is what we call it. I have a friend, she owns that place, and it's just a collection of different artisans and artists, and you can get tattoos there, and vintage clothing, different types of, all kinds of different things. So yeah, it's right across from Poor Brothers, right next to the radio station that's over there. So definitely go check it out. It's a really nice, cool, groovy vibe in there. So
Is it only for Boneyard, or is that
it's
She's-
actually there all the time.
all the time?
But
Okay.
they're having some events there for Boneyard as well.
It's pretty eclectic there. I've been there.
You've
couple
been there,
times.
yeah.
Very
my,
interesting.
Yeah, one of my good friends. Well, we were in a band together. She operates that place. Yeah.
The Regroup Art Collective is having a show at the where the Restore, Habitat for Humanity Restore used to be, on University. And the space is huge. So we have about 90 local artists that will be there, and a few from nearby or out of town, but mostly local artists of all different stripes. So 90.
So
And there's enough room in there for all of that art and plenty of people to walk around and look at stuff. So it's going to be a really fun show. Also, Japan House is having their open house, and they will have a lot of precious tea equipment on display. And you can also participate in a tea ceremony if you get tickets, which I think are maybe $15, $20, something like that per person. And it's totally worth it. Get some tranquility.
All right. Well, yeah, there's plenty to do. I think it's going to be really exciting. And I know that Kelly White is really excited for Boneyard too. So it's a great way to show support. But other than that, I don't really have much on the report for tonight's meeting.
Can I add one thing? Oh, excuse me. This is related to our poet laureate, Janelle Davenport Pleasure. She participated and spoke on a panel of professional women in the arts at the Siebel Center for Design on Wednesday, March 29th.
And I looked up, Speak Cafe is going to be the April 13th from 6 to 7:45 at Krannert Art Museum. So.
Not really a part of Boneyard specifically, but if you get a chance, please go to Krannert Art Museum to see Shozo Sato's ink wash paintings. They're absolutely beautiful, and the stories behind them are wonderful. And the Pattern and Process exhibit, is that still up too? I think, but that, if so, that's also, they've got some really great exhibits at Krannert Art Museum right now.
Thank you.
The good weather, it'll hopefully bring a lot of people out.
I was just going to share, since Vivian's been on board 5 weeks now, 6 weeks. It hasn't been very long, but she's doing great and getting up to speed. So I wanted to give a formal thank you to Heather Ann Hicks-Lehman, who helped us transition. She's been a temp employee for us, so we're finishing up with her, and Vivian is going to be at the helm now. And so we're in good hands.
Wonderful, great.
Thank you. I did want to just say that we are looking for 2 spots to be filled for the commission. And so as we kind of just think about, moving forward with this year and the following year, if there's folks that in town who might be good candidates on joining the commission, I think it'd be good to just kind of reach out to folks and maybe see if they're interested. There is an application that one could fill out, and I have that. If you would like to have me email it to you, I can get that out for whoever wants to apply.
And we have a teen seat open too, right?
Yeah, youth seat. I think that's one youth seat that's separate from the 2 other ones.
And for any of those seats, they need to live in Urbana, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a guideline document from several years ago, so maybe we'll work on updating that, but we can also hand that out to people along with the application.
We're going to post it on the Facebook page too, right? So we can all share it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Spread it out.
Spread it out. Thank you.
That's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Well, at this point, unless there's other items on the agenda, we are prepared to adjourn. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
A second?
I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you so much. We are adjourned.